I really enjoyed Starting Up Love. I kind of figured I would to at least some extent because I really like Real One films, and I did. This was released in 2019. It's directed by Tim Cruz and written by Sean Fine, and it stars Anna Hutchison as Jillian and Rocky Myers as Liam. And they both inherit part of a cottage. And Jillian wants to sell it. She has inherited 60% of it, and Liam doesn't, and he thinks turning it into a B&B would be a really good idea. And they can't really agree on things to begin with, but then they decide, because of something in Jillian's career, she realizes that turning it into a B&B could actually benefit her. So she ultimately decides that that's what they're going to do. And the majority of the film is them trying to turn it into a B&B and getting the funding for it. And obviously there's a romantic aspect too as the relationship between them develops. They didn't necessarily get off to a bad start. Well, actually, their first encounter was quite funny because of Liam. I won't explain why, but the first time Jillian speaks to Liam is very, very entertaining. And after that, yeah, they're fine. It's not one of those situations where they hate each other, but obviously they have very different ideas to begin with, so they don't necessarily get along very well. But as the film progresses, they start to warm to each other's company, and things get a little bit interesting on that front as well. But I'll say no more about the specifics of the narrative. Jillian and Liam were both really likable. I felt like Jillian was maybe a little bit too full of her own importance for a little bit of the film, but not for too much, and certainly not in a way that made me dislike the character. But I guess the point there is that if I were to choose a favourite, it's definitely going to be Liam. The location of the cabin is, I think I called it a cottage before, cabin, B&B, whatever you want to call it. The location of the cabin is stunning. It's in the mountains and it's filmed in Kentucky. I don't know if it's 100% filmed in Kentucky, but from IMDb's information, we definitely get a lot of Kentucky, and the scenery is absolutely gorgeous. The pacing of the narrative is really good. It seems like things are going really steadily, and then it gets a little bit more emotional and a little bit deeper, and then it comes back up to the surface and it's quite light again, and it's generally a really easy watch, but with a few more sentimental moments as well. I liked it. I have no complaints about it. Oh, and the design of the cabin as well. Absolutely stunning. I don't know if that's a real cabin they were filming in or if it was a set constructed for the purpose of the film, but either way, really stunning space. Would definitely stay there. So I really enjoyed it. Definitely, as I said, quite an easy watch, and with really likable characters and a really satisfying narrative. It ticks all of the right boxes. It provides everything I'm looking for in a rom-com. If you like Real One in general and you haven't seen this, definitely check it out. And if you just like rom-coms in general, then Starting Up Love is definitely one that I'd say is worth watching.